Coliseum, Hangout number 142. It is November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving in the U.S., and we can tell because if you work for a U.S. company, everybody fled by lunchtime. So, how are things in your world? I suppose I'm the only one working for a U.S. company.
Yeah, probably.
I think Martin, you're working for the opposite of a U.S. company.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're driving me crazy lately.
I think that is what work is these days.
Well, no, it's because they're losing tech support in that building. They will not have any IT support whatsoever. So once their equipment fails for about 1,000 employees, they're SOL.
Ooh, yikes!
Well, welcome to the government.
I am in. Well, maybe it'll get better. I am in audit season, so I have just finished being the subject of audit number 2 out of 3. Then it'll be Christmas and time for yet another audit to kick off the new year. How are things in your world, Ryan?
We're doing okay. All the snow is all melted, so I'm happy about that. It's just now it's cold and flu season, so all the, I don't know if you guys got your shots or anything. It's everywhere as you turn, it's go get your flu shot. Go get your flu shot. Don't forget to take your cold FX that we know doesn't work, but still try it out.
Yes, we went and got our flu shots with at Shoppers Drug Mart, so it was pretty easy. We were going out for supper one night, so we just stopped by and got it done.
Yeah, apparently flu shot season's over here. So
most of the clinics
are
really?
Done.
Yeah.
What do you mean flu shot season is over? They're no longer available?
The clinics are closed. The doctors are not providing it anymore. They're done.
I think the doctors can provide it still. Like, you can still get it from your doctor, but the idea is, like, a lot of times a clinic will open up and say, we're going to give flu shots to the public between these dates.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's different than here.
Like I work for the city. In the city, there's a mass thing around the city. All employees can go get flu shots at this division, that division, this division, these different days. Shoppers Drug Mart says, on these certain days you can come and get flu shot, just line up or whatever. I think you can still go to your doctor and get, like, can I get one?
Probably.
Okay, so what happens here is they have clinics in some locations, and because we're a border city, very interestingly enough, and Alberta pays for your flu shot, but Saskatchewan doesn't. So we just go, and we don't have to line up or anything. We can go anytime to Shoppers and get our flu shot after the 19th. So, but anyways, and I think we still have a couple clinics left. They're always the people that don't believe in them. Luckily, science doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you believe.
Yeah, no, it's not a flu shot thing. It's never something I've done. I've never been sick for the flu, really.
Well, we started with when that H1, the one that was supposed to affect people our age, H1N1. And since then, we just keep going. It's not a big deal. We have gotten less sick, but we've also kicked up our hand washing and all that stuff. So it's always, it's hard to judge a negative thing. But let's move on. Mm-hmm. This is an Android show. So let's kick it off. There is a Gear VR coming. Martin, you're going to talk about that.
Yeah, the Samsung Gear VR, the consumer edition, is actually going to be available for pre-order if it's not already available for pre-order. And anybody that's wanting to experience the virtual reality world that Samsung provides, it's a go. All the reviews, a lot of reviews are out there, and they've been saying good things about it. And I'd like to put my hands on it and try it myself.
Yeah, I was going to try one when I was in Toronto. They had that moon, the super moon, remember a while ago?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a big thing at U of T. You could go and everybody could hang out on the lawn. You could all watch the super moon. And then a big observatory had a big couple of displays, and one of them was the Samsung Gear VR that people could try it out, and it was just too big a lineup. But the more I keep hearing people, at the big Android barbecue, they were talking about the HTC Vive was their VR. People are saying this is going to be it. Like, this is these devices, whether you get the Vive or the Gear VR or whatever, these are going to be very cool.
Really? Well, that would be interesting. I'm glad I have a Samsung phone now. Maybe when I'm in the city, I'll go by the Samsung store and give it a shot.
Why not?
Yeah. It'll be my birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I've already got, this is my birthday present, so it got here kind of early. I also saw something about the cardboard version of, there's a new cardboard version out for,
well, they released the
$20.
Yeah, well, like the cardboard VR, so Google Cardboard is cardboard version 2.0. I think they released version 2.0 at I/O was when the newer version came out. Like, it just meant that the way that the Switch worked was a little bit different or something. I mean, I think you could still use a lot of things the same. Okay. I'm still currently looking for a good version of it, right? I keep looking on those ones. I think was the New York Times was giving some away for free or something, or IKEA was giving some away in specific cities, or Home Depot was giving some away in specific cities or something for their special app. I just want one for free. But I think it's a cool. I'm looking forward to trying one out. Like I have tried it out. It'd be kind of nice to be able to watch those like 360 videos on your phone and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I might give it a shot. You never know. But like I didn't grab the link, but there is one that's coming out with the Star Wars movie, so it's got some special stuff with that.
Of course there is.
That should be interesting as well, yeah. Of course
there is. Okay, so we had the Urbane 2 LTE almost come out. You want to talk about that, Ryan?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so unfortunately it sounded like what happens, it made out to a few people, and pretty soon thereafter there was a recall, and immediate people were saying, like I thought it was like, why are they saying it's called discontinued? Discontinued already. So it turns out that LG has had some issues. Apparently there's a screen component that's at issue, and they're recalling them. Now what does this mean? That there's going to be a new version in 3 months' time when they retool everything or something?
I hope so.
I would hope so, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. This was like, Google got behind it and said, hey, here's what Android 1.4 is going to, where 1.4 is going to have for us. This is the flagship for 1.4, the Urbane 2 LTE. Oh, there's some crap going on with it? Just kind of have to sweep that under the rug. So hopefully, we get to see the new version soon.
Well, it's hard when you're at the front end of something like that. And so, I think that LG took a risk, and it's great. We need people to take risks in manufacturers, and I'm sure it'll come back around shortly.
Yeah, I mean, they're more than likely going to re-release something. I mean, they're not going to leave it there.
Oh, absolutely.
And, we're going to definitely see something from LG at some point shortly.
Yes. Okay, well, as I said, everybody at work fled, everybody at the U.S. offices fled by noon, and because it's Thanksgiving, which means that Black Friday and Cyber Monday are coming, and the Google Play Store have already started, and I saw stuff that, they've got books, all their media is on sale. And I've been getting pre-order things from Best Buy. Is there anything you guys are waiting for?
Not currently specifically, no. But if I mean, it wouldn't be Android related, but if I did, it would probably be a new video card that's 50% off, and it just came out 2 months ago.
Okay. Anything you're looking for, Ryan?
I bought something already. I bought, there was a Samsung, but I think I ended up buying the PNY micro SD card, 128 gigs for $40.
Ouch.
Like, that was, like, give or take some change here or there. Like, that's a pretty good sale. So I was like, I can't turn that one down. I don't know. I mean, I keep getting it, like, we posted today, Tilt has a Black Friday sale on. HTC has a Cyber Week sale on. Best Buy, we know we're getting much stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff that are sitting in my inbox that keep coming into me about, all the different companies, Hisense, and we saw
they're all going crazy.
M-Juice and Zeg and
Well,
Geobest.
Deco Girl too. Deco Girl has their 30% off sale. Like the thing I found, certainly with Deco Girl, is that by the time you take the discount off and take into account, we're back in the horror zone for Canadian exchange. By the time you take all that off, you're sort of paying the U.S. price.
Yeah.
And with Tilt especially, they have such high. I have
Shipping
one Tilt
costs.
thing, and it was because I got it for a Christmas gift. I go along and I want to buy, and then I see the shipping and I go, ugh.
Yeah.
Cass, if you want any Tilt products, go to Best Buy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Best Buy has them in store. They have everything from Tilt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Here too? Well,
In Canada.
in Ottawa, but in Canada. Okay.
In Canada generally, yeah. They carry almost everything that Tilt has.
Good to know, because they've got some really cool stuff.
Yep, because right now, I mean, their wireless chargers are 35% off, and everything else that they have is 50% off.
And those
It's only for
prices
the website,
apply.
though, or can you get that?
That's on the website.
It's only on the
But
website,
is that
though,
through
right?
Best Buy?
No.
It's still cheaper than going to buy it to Best Buy, even with the exchange rate.
Well, I like to touch, but for people that don't like to touch, there's a great sale.
And
Anything else?
And if people do want stuff from Tilt, I still have Tilt products around. Like I can pull them out. I have more. I still have a Y charger, a ribbon. I'm still playing around with the new Energize 6K battery square thingy that you can actually charge your phone even though you're plugged in. Acts as a wall charger as well as a battery board.
Is it fast charge or no?
It uses fast charge 1.0, not quick charge 2.0.
2.4 amp, yeah. So not the 9-volt 2.1 or whatever, right? So, if I could find a good deal on a quick charge power pack, that'd be nice.
You know what? I was looking at another article this week, and a lot of people are expecting for quick charge accessories to go up in price by 25%.
Really?
Well, I mean, once people are starting to get into it, then
it's not for that. It's the manufacturers that produce the technology. They want a higher gain on the actual cell, so what they're going to be doing is going to sell the components to everybody to build them and jack the price up.
Well, I've got one on my Christmas list, so hopefully a Christmas list.
Right,
I got
exactly.
an Anchor one. Because the one I got was my S6, because my S6 was supposed to go to the Middle East. It sort of got this big clunky travel charger adapter thing to go.
So, Ryan,
I mean, it's great that they sent it, but still.
I'm going to bring this up on Tuesday and give it to you.
Oh, cool.
It's a Nomad. It's a Nomad charger, and it's also a battery pack at the same time.
Oh, cool.
So you just plug it into your car.
I just bought I bought a bunch of like Oki or whatever stuff off of Amazon the other day because it was like I found a bunch of quick charge ones for my car, for the house. I finally got my wife on the G4, so she's using the G4 now, so it uses quick charge too. Mm-hmm. So we now have to sort of change all the things to quick charge because like once you start using quick charge, it is so awesome.
Yeah, I got an Oki quick charge, like a dual port, so that Fred can slow charge his iPhone from work, and I can quick charge my.
I want to find. I can't remember where it was. There was a company that made. It was called the Rapid Charge, but it was like a 5-port. It was called the Titan, and a 5-port USB charge, and it was was it Android Police was giving it away, and all 5 were quick charge because they know mostly you get stuff for like this one's quick charge, the rest are normal.
Yeah, mine's got 2 quick charge. Mine's got 2 quick charge and 3 not quick.
Wasn't that one from Satachi?
I can't remember. It was Android Police was giving it away. So when they're the giveaways, when I saw it, I was like, I want that. I want that. I want.
So I see we all have Christmas lists that we might be checking out with the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. So,
of course,
now that we've all sort of started drooling over tech, let's move on. So, CM Cyanogen is moving to Marshmallow for its nightlies. Ryan, do you want to talk about that?
So the rule with a CyanogenMod mod from day one has always been, don't ask about ETAs, right? It happens when it happens, which is, understandable for a company. Essentially, we're not even a company back in the day. It was a bunch of volunteers who were doing it as they kind of figuring it out as they went along, right? So it took time to do what they got to do, but the fact it was a community, it still got like it was back in the day whenever the OSP was dropped, pretty well soon thereafter, CyanogenMod had a version for your phone.
Yeah.
Now that Cyanogen is an official company, and maybe because they're getting a bit more complex, those deadlines are stretching a little bit further. Like it's not that much farther away that the OEMs are going to be starting to have Marshmallow on it. So they just started to have nightlies for a very select list of devices. So if you are one of those folks that still flashes and roots your phone, then by all means, if you're on one of the prescribed devices, then you can take a look at getting CyanogenMod for Marshmallow. So if you like nightlies, which I like to live on the dangerous side, I like nightlies.
I could never get into flashing ROMs. Like I did do the Deox ROMs, but otherwise, there's just like people are always complaining. Oh, my Wi-Fi is not working, or my Bluetooth isn't working. Like there was always something that wasn't working, and it's like, you know what? I bought this phone because I want to use the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the part of people. They shouldn't have been on that ROM in the first place. Then, if you're not, I only really got into it when I was on the Nexus 4. I did a little bit, but the Galaxy Nexus for sure. I ROM'd the crap out of that thing, and I flashed this nightly of that. And again, if I played around with it, something stopped working. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and flash back a previous version, back to another stable or whatever it is. And now they have snapshots, the monthlies. But I mean, for the most part of the time, your nightlies held up just fine. So.
Okay, so we did already talk about Black Friday and cyber deals, so we're going to skip over that and talk about the new Snapdragon processor.
Oh yeah, the new lines of Snapdragon processors that are going to be coming out are going to be supporting more of the aspects of camera, such as automatic focus, low light. It's all going to be processed by the processing unit of the phone. So it's going to maybe remove some pressure from the actual camera app and make it even more performant. So we're looking at the Snapdragon 617, 430, 820, and it's all going to be built into the chip. And some of those phones that are out there that are on the 820 chipset are already taking that into effect for the automatic focus and some of the enhancements that Snapdragon is building to that. And we'll see that even more so with the Samsung devices, because the next Galaxy lineup is to be using the Exynos processor. Then it's rumored that it's a Snapdragon variant that's going to be released as well.
So I know that Samsung, well, from the rumors, it says that Samsung wants to stay at the front of the line for cameras, so they're really going to be emphasizing that a lot. So, I think between Samsung and iPhone and people's impressions of iPhones and their photo quality, photography is going to be really important.
But hasn't Samsung said they're going to go with their own Exynos processors now?
But they're also still enhancing their photo. Like they still want to be on that leading edge of.
And also, I mean, a lot of the newer Snapdragons are going to be built into the Samsung foundries. So Qualcomm is going to get that built by Samsung, and Samsung is actually going to incorporate their technology in Snapdragon. Snapdragon is going to do this versus with the Exynos processors. So they're cross-sharing right now.
And I think that's a good thing. It does make it easier as well to get different users. Also makes Android maybe run a little better because they're not trying to do little individual drivers and stuff like that.
Oh, definitely.
So, and almost our last topic is the Sony C5 Ultra heading to Wind.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm just looking at just confirming this right now. So it is available on Wind right now. It's a free phone if you go on their Wind tab, or it's $300. So you may think, okay, $300 is a pretty cheap looking phone, but this is the phone that has the 13 megapixel on the back and a 13 megapixel on the front. This is their selfie device. So if you really like good selfies and you don't want to get the Oppo N3 that has the flippable thingy, this guy will do it. Now, it isn't a Snapdragon. This is a MediaTek processor. It's 2 gigs of RAM. So it's not top of the line specs, but a 6-inch phone? That's pretty big.
And so, for being cheap, yeah.
For $300, like $3, and you've got yourself a 6-inch 1080p.
And
you know, I was really surprised when I got my first Tab S. I could really notice a difference in screen quality, and I think with a phone that size, with that kind of display and everything, if you don't have any higher quality devices, you'll be fine. But I think that for me, it would be not good enough.
Like resolution, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 1080p at a 6-inch. That's not bad. I mean, I've seen a lot of 5.5, 5.7s at 1080p, and they're not bad.
No, that's what I mean. But if you have another device that's a higher resolution than that, you'll really notice. Yeah, and one thing I noticed on my Z3 Compact, I don't know about you, Ryan, but on an angle, you can see the grid behind the glass. I know there's a lot of people that complain about Samsung and their whatever pixels, but man, every once in a while I'd catch a glance of that.
Oh, just the actual cell lines, the cell lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I notice that on just about every device. I mean,
don't notice that on Samsung devices. So.
I don't have a Samsung.
Well, you don't notice it on Samsung because they're using AMOLED displays, which actually covers those up. If you're using IPS LED displays, they're more visible.
You'll see it. Yeah,
it's just the type of screen being used.
Mm-hmm. And everybody has their things they're sensitive about.
Yep.
I see it. That's all I see now.
Yeah. Well, and I was reading something today about the A7. That's sort of a lower end, lower spec Samsung phone coming.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about these phones, even though they're lower spec, is if they're coming out now, they should be supported still for the next 18 months.
You would think.
So they will be getting Marshmallow and then whatever the next Nougat maybe. Let the speculations begin.
Well, that being said, they just announced that they were not going to be supporting, the Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that hit its 18-month mark, so.
Yeah, I have one of those, actually. It's sitting here. I'm thinking I might give it to my dad.
I was going to say hoarder. Just hoarding all your...
No, what I do is I hoard for a while until it's worth absolutely nothing, and then I sell it for like $50.
I have a TF101. I've been I would feel bad even giving this away to somebody.
Hey, I have a tab the the Tab 2 here, and I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna give it to anybody. We'll just keep it. And it's that
like a family member. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then our one problem we're having right now is our Note 10.1 that's in the kitchen is really slowing down, and it's I don't want to get a new device for the kitchen. But you need a 10-inch at least for a kitchen.
Get the Galaxy Grand. Was it the Galaxy Grand? View. The Grand View or whatever. Galaxy View. Get that.
I would. If it was just a little cheaper.
Ooh, Final Fantasy VI is $8.
Yes, lots of sales. Well, let us, since we're all sort of drifting off, let us wind up.
Look at the deals. Deals.
Deals. Okay, so Android TO next week. So does that mean we're not going to have a show? You guys be en route?
No, we should, because it's only on Tuesday, so we'll be back. I'll be back in town Wednesday afternoon, so
I'll be back in town I'll be back Wednesday afternoon around 2.
Okay, so next week we will have a show about Android TO.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be kind of cool.
About that. Yeah.
Find out what's new and exciting, hear about you guys' poutine adventures, and I can sit out here in the cold and be jealous.
Oh, those poutine adventures.
I'll just go to New York Fries and get really fake poutine and eat it and think of you guys.
There you go.
We'll text you when we're having poutine and you can...
Okay, yeah, I can run out.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that pretty well is. Okay, and we've got a bunch of reviews coming up. I think, Ryan, you had mentioned that you did the Note 5.
Yeah, so just recently I had done a couple of reviews. There's the MPOW Cheetah headphones I just reviewed, which are my favorite thing right now. The MPOW clip-on lenses for your phone to give you some really cool photography neat thingies. So that's on the website as well. The Note 5 has now been posted on there, so now that means I can then move on to the ZTE Axon. Martin, you have just reviewed that cable, that USB cable, that indestructible thing.
That thing here that actually can't really be broken, and trust me, I've tried.
And then you did the Mic Lab we did last.
Yep.
Was that last week you did the Mic Wave? Yeah.
I posted Mic Lab last Friday.
Yeah, I saw that. I was kind of interested.
It's an interesting cable. I wouldn't grade it. I wouldn't call it a professional one, but I would also not call it an entry one. It's like in the middle.
So that's coming up.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll also be getting the studio professional version of the microphone that they have, and for some reason Ryan is a bit jealous about that one.
Definitely.
And I'll be able to test that out for live hangouts as well, and also for podcasting and doing a couple of reviews with it as well.
So it sounds like you guys have busy things ahead.
And you know what? We keep busy somehow.
Meanwhile, I am busy enough at work that at home I don't want to do anything. So I'll just post, read my email.
Can't blame you. I mean.
Oh, I just wanted to ask you guys about Google Plus.
Okay.
It's been a week now. Are you guys using Collections?
I use Collections a little bit. I post to my own collections, but I don't really so much look at, let me just look at just this guy's one collection of whatever. I don't really do that. I mean, I post to my collections as a way to organize my posts.
I've decided to keep it the way I have it, which is everything is post-public, and it's just easier than actually going and manage each collection with stuff I want to post. Yeah.
I don't find it that hard to manage myself. Like, I have my collections. I was just wondering because I've been getting a lot of new people.
Oh, for sure.
Following
like
yours?
Yeah, like 5 or 6 a day, if not more.
Very cool.
So that's kind of neat. And my tech and gadgety one is the one that's really taking off. And the other one that's taking off is health and wellness. So I guess it depends on how varied your stuff is. And I do actually, every once in a while, because in my stream I had seen a couple times people saying, I've come to the end of Google+. Anybody got some suggestions? And every once in a while I do go and chop through the collections and pick something and read. I might not actually subscribe, but I will go through and read it. So I was just wondering how Collections was working out for you guys.
Yeah,
it hasn't changed much.
I mean, just for me, it's only the fact that I now post to make sure I post to my collection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas before I used to post to circles, now I'm posting to collections.
See, and I never posted to circles. I either posted public or private.
Yeah, I mean, it was rare for me to post to a specific circle, but that's why I used to do that a fair bit. So not rare, but I mean, I go inside depending on the topic for sure. There's certain things I don't want in the general stream. Okay. I mean, but
interesting. Well, Google Plus continues to evolve. as does Hangouts. I have lost the ability to have a lower third now, so.
You know what? It's gonna come
well.
back. There was a few times where I didn't have mine, and all of a sudden come back, and it's just there.
I can't make it not a tabbed window, so I don't know. Anyways, next week, hopefully Siobhan will be back, because you guys will see her when you're at Android TO.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get to hear all your adventures and maybe eat poutine in absenteeism. So.
Yeah, for some reason it always ends up in the poutine festival after we're done.
It's just a shame that it's a Tuesday night. It'd be better if it was like a Friday.
Oh yeah. So we probably wouldn't even make it to the poutine place if it was like a weekend.
Okay, well, let's say goodnight.
All right, guys, take care. Thank you for tuning in.
See ya. Thanks for tuning in. It was a short but diverse chat this week. See you next week.
Had a bit of an interesting time.
Yeah.